What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, always Nigeria, coming at you today with another video. As you can see, I am in the car because your girl is headed to work. It's been like 5 days, y'all, since I recorded. It's been about 5 days. It felt like it's been a minute because I was being so consistent. So it felt like it's been a nice little, you know what I'm saying? Nice little minute. But to those of you who are new to the squad, thank you for clicking on the video. Please go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, and share. And to those of you who are consistent in watching my videos and have been a member of the squad, thank you so much as usual for your support. And let's get into the video. So, as you can see, like I said, your girl is headed to work. I am officially about 2 weeks in to being a nurse. So obviously I'm a brand new nurse, brand new graduate. And I've been having to work every single day. My 3-day shifts don't start until the 26th of this month. And so every day before then I have been working. Besides the weekend, I did not work. But I do work, not this weekend, but starting next week, I'll start, I think my weekends rotate, because then I'll be on my 3-day shifts. So it's been kind of nice because for the last 2 days, actually, even though I had to work, I was at home. Like, they had us just doing some classes from home and some modules or whatever, and obviously we get paid for that. So that was kind of nice. I was able to, you know, stay home, and then I was also able to not only do what I needed to do as a registered nurse, but because I own a company, for those of you who do not know, I own a cleaning company. And as usual, sorry, I'm not looking at you guys because I'm driving to work. So obviously with driving, I can't really watch you guys unless I'm at a red light. But anyway, I own a cleaning company. It's called Mama's Standards Cleaning Services. And I picked up like literally 4 new clients this week. And it was kind of weird because usually my schedule is like open for my clients to kind of choose which date they want, because I can fit a few clients in one day if I'm doing just residential. If I'm doing commercial and residential, then I kind of sometimes only want to do one commercial site a day, because obviously commercial sites are larger. So anyway, I picked up 4 residential clients this week. One of them I ended up turning down because it just seemed like it was some BS. You know, they wanted a deep clean, fine. Then they wanted me to come out bi-weekly, cool. But here's the catch. They asked me, did I have a bank account so that they could, you know, send me the payment for the, y'all know that happened a lot. Send me the payment for the deep clean. I'm like, okay, yeah, I have a bank account. You know, obviously I have a legit business, so I have a business bank account. So then they're like, okay, well, I'm going to send you the payment for that, and then I want you to give the rest of it, like the $500 payment for your deep clean. But then I want to send you $1,500 so that you can give the $1,000 to the ex-owner of the home, or some crazy crap. I was like, listen here, I don't play them type of games. I would prefer for you to find another company, because what I'm not going to do is be responsible for your funds to pay someone else. And he's like, oh, well, I'm a sergeant and I'm on, you know, military, but I don't care nothing about that. No, I'm from Detroit. So to me, it sounded like, you know, some shiesty business going on. Now, mind you, I don't have to give my information out because I'm on Google. You can Google my company. You know what I'm saying? I have a full-blown website as well. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I do get calls from random people all the time. That's why I have a business phone number, and it tells me, you know what I'm saying, if it's a business call or if it's a personal call. So that's the good thing. But you know, like, I turned that client down because I just felt like that was something extra, and I wasn't even about to entertain that. So another client is actually one of my ex-clients. And I mean ex-client by I used to do work for them, and then I had got like super busy, and so I kind of had to like stop, rendering services there because they wanted me on a specific schedule and things like that, and my schedule no longer permitted because I then became an account manager for a national company, and then I was in nursing school, and then y'all know I'm a mother of several. So I just didn't have the time to continue with the consistent schedule that they wanted. I could still go once a week, but it couldn't be the same day every week. And so, we had that conversation, and they wanted that day every week. So, they found another cleaning company, whatever. But they reached out to me a few days ago, last week at some point, and they wanted me to continue on or come back and start rendering services again. And I did let them know that the price went up and that I'm a registered nurse now, and my schedule is definitely not as open as it used to be. So like literally, the good thing is once I'm scheduled for my nursing, we have like I think 2 months worth of the schedule in advance. So unfortunately right now, with me being a new nurse and being precepted and things, or an orientee and precepted and things like that, I'm actually at the at the mercy of the person precepting me, so I have to work their schedule. Once I'm on my own, then I make my own schedule. Well, I give them the blocks that I'm able to work, and then I can work around that. And then I have to like work 13 shifts or so a month. But so I kind of went to the client and I just let them know, this is the availability I have for this week, and then we'll work on what day I'm able to come out next week, and they were understanding. And then so I went and cleaned for them yesterday after I did some modules. And after I did took one of my classes for work, then I went and did that, and then I came back home and did some more modules. So that's kind of a reason that I did like, the home thing, because I was able to do what I needed to do for not only, my nursing, but for myself. And prior to that, the day before that, actually, I was able to go meet up with another client who's brand new. I had actually done some work for her sister, and her sister recommended me, and it was funny because her sister got my number from a client I had done some work for prior to as well. So word of mouth is also a great way of advertisement. If you can't afford advertisement, as long as you're giving outstanding service, that goes a long way. Word of mouth travels, trust me, because all of these clients that I'm naming are actually people who had gotten my information from an old client or someone I had done some work for, besides that one person who claimed they got my information off the internet, which is very plausible. However, I didn't like where that was going, so that just didn't work for me. So I'm not doing that. So anyway, I went and I only had to spend like 15 minutes. I gave her, we did a walk through the home. I gave her an estimate of what her deep clean would be, and then what her bi-weekly rate would be. And then if I needed to come out every week, we discussed charges for that as well. She was definitely understanding, because actually she was a nurse for 25 years, but she threw her back out. So she's no longer doing bedside nursing. She's doing she goes to a clinic and works every so often when she's needed, and she just gives injections and things like that. So she was very understanding of my schedule. I told her that, what we could do is I could bring my schedule, or I could text her my schedule. And most of my residential clients, they actually give me keys to their home. So they don't have to be there. I just want to let them know in advance, what days I have available, so they can, if they, are able, they can pick that day. If they're not able and they're working, or they're out of town, or whatever the case may be, I just let them know what day I am available, and that's the day that I'll be there to clean. And just to give them a heads up, because I know I have a key, but I don't want to just be in somebody's property, and they have no idea, even though they do know that I have a key and they know that I'm coming to clean. It's just out of respect. So I was able to do all that during my time off from actually being on site at the hospital. But obviously I'm headed to the hospital now. I have to be there at 8 o'clock today. It's 7:41, so I'm literally not too far from the hospital. It's raining out, which I hate rain. It's so gloomy. It's been snowing, so I'm actually gonna say I prefer the rain over the snow. But yeah, so this week I also think I have 2 days this week where I won't actually be on site. I'll be doing classes from home and modules from home. I think that's tomorrow and Friday, or it's Tuesday and Thursday this week. But so Wednesday I know that I'm here for a 12-hour shift. Today I'm here for an 8-hour shift. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so today's already Thursday. Okay. So today and tomorrow I have 8-hour shifts on site. Next week, Monday is an 8-hour shift. Tuesday, I believe I'm working from home and doing classes. In those classes, you have to be active. Like, they literally want your participation in order for them to consider you, there, and you have to, randomly state your name several times. They're counting your attendance and things like that. And this is the thing about the modules that we're doing in the classes that we're taking. They affect our raises and our bonuses. So if you don't get them done when they're supposed to be done, and you have to go in for your 3-month evaluation, and the things aren't done, that affects your raise as well as your bonus. So sis is getting hers out the way, trust me. Period. And plus, like I said, you get paid your regular hourly rate for doing them anyway. So why not get them done? The thing, though, is it's not paid by hour. So the classes are paid by hour, but the modules are not. Each module has a time slot allotted. So if it's a 25-minute class, and then not a 25-minute class. If it's a 25-minute module, and then there's a 10-minute test, then they're paying you 35 minutes for that module. And then you obviously are doing multiple modules in a day. You're not just going to do the one module. So however much time is allotted for that module is what they pay you. But for the class frame, I think so far my longest class has been 2 hours long. So obviously I get paid for that full 2 hours. So things like that. That's how you get paid, based off doing the classes and the home modules. But like I said, not having those done on time affects your raise as well as your bonus. And for this particular company, they give raises and bonuses like all the time. So sis is definitely here for that. And I definitely want my bonuses and my raise. I'm already at a really good hourly rate. Considering I'm a brand new nurse, it's actually a very good hourly rate. But yeah, I'm never opposed to making more. You feel me? Never opposed to making more. So I'm definitely up for that. Yeah, I hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day. You guys know that I had to work, but when I got off, I got home to my kids. They were there, and Bryant's parents were there. My in-laws were there. He actually was out with his brother getting me some gifts. So when I got there, he arrived like 20 minutes later. They had ran out to get me, and well, I don't know who his brother was getting stuff for, but I know Bryant was out getting some last minute stuff for me and Bailey. Yeah, so that was nice. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed your Valentine's Day. And I'm about to run in here. Y'all, I'm telling you, I be so drained. This pregnancy and these hours are driving me insane. My boys are off from school all next week. I think everybody's kids are off from school next week. I think it's like midwinter break or something like that. So, they get the week off and things like that. Baby. So they'll be home for the week. And I'm drained, okay? Because, like I said, I have 2 days where I'm working from home next week. And then I have 2 8-hour shifts next week. And then one 12-hour shift next week. Or is it 2 12-hour shifts next week and 1 8-hour? I think it's 1 12-hour, 2 8 hours, and then 2 work from homes. And then after that, starting the 26th, I am officially on my 3-day schedule, okay? And then March 19th, I go to nights. So I won't be doing 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. anymore. I'll be doing 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I'm gonna have literally 1 day, because my last day for days is March 17th. I'm off the 18th, and then I go to nights on the 19th. So I'm gonna literally have 1 day for my body to adjust to nights, or to adjust, which is crazy. But I'm pulling into the whatever this is. This is the parking, thing for the employees. I'm pulling into here, about to hop on this shuttle and then take my behind to work. I'm actually very excited to be walking in my truth and be walking in my path and my destiny. I see so much in store for Bryant and myself and our children this year, and I'm just very, very excited, to be honest with you. I'm like super excited, with investing and then the goals and the plans that we've set up and talked about. I know him and I needed to have another conversation in regards to some of our plans or whatever, which I won't get into until we actually have that conversation. But it's just exciting when you and your partner are sitting and making, plans for the future. So excited about that. And just excited in general because I know that I will be doing what I love. He'll be doing what he loves and investing because he loves to invest. And yeah. So I'm excited. I keep getting a lot of job offers from out of state, and we're moving out of state next year. It'll be Texas, it'll be California or Florida, Arizona. Those are the places we're looking at, and I've gotten several job offers, but I want them to be the right offer. I want the incentives to be the right incentives and everything like that. But for sure next year we are out of Detroit. Hey guys, so I am done with work. It seems like today was a very, very long day. As you can see, it's snowing outside. The roads are really, really bad, so I'm actually just sitting in my car waiting on it to warm up. Like, it's so cold and like just freezing outside that my windows are frozen, my door was frozen shut, my mirrors won't move. Like, it's bad. Needless to say, that site that I do on Thursdays out in Novi will not be getting done today. Anywho, so I'm so happy because I just feel like so much progress is being made. Like, I feel like I've learned a lot in these last few days. Obviously, I'm kind of getting nervous. Obviously, like I said, moving on to the step where I'm practicing with my preceptor. And that's because, I'm not in school. I'm operating under my own license, but you have someone who still has to sign off on a lot of your things or whatever, just to make sure that you're practicing safely, which I understand. But it's kind of like feeling like you're in school, where you have someone who's been a nurse for umpteenth years, 15 plus, 30 plus years, and they're critiquing you, a brand new fucking novice nurse. Let's just call it what it is, a novice nurse. And it's just kind of intimidating, but I'm all for learning and being safe and things like that. Obviously, I wouldn't have made it out of nursing school had I not been safe in school and didn't know what I was doing. But you can't teach experience. Experience is going to be taught, gained, because you can't teach it. You're going to gain it, while you're experiencing it. So, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm very excited to see what I'm going to learn because, like I said, I'm in a very, very critical department. So I just see a lot and do a lot already. And I can just only imagine, these patients being my patient to take care of. Like, I'm going to officially be on the floor with my own patient. I do like that they gradually, work you towards your patients. So like the first 2 weeks, literally, I've had some class time. Well, not technically class time, but we're in a conference room. We bring our computers, we work on these modules, we take these live classes like via Zoom, and then we have to work with the interdisciplinary team. And for those of you who are nurses or who have a background in healthcare, just the interdisciplinary team is just everyone who works together. So the physician, the nurse, the respiratory therapist, the OT, the PT, the CNA, the nutritionist and dietitian, things like that. That is an interdisciplinary team. So it's just like everybody, as a team. And I've learned from several of the people who I'll have to work with, because as the nurse, you know, I have the doctor above me, obviously, but as the nurse, everybody else, I am now, you know, in charge of dealing with and coordinating with. And so I do like the fact that this particular unit gives us the you know, the experience with handling, you know, dealing with them. Like, I have a whole 12-hour shift this Wednesday coming up, where I'm going to be working with the respiratory therapist, one of the respiratory therapists, and she's been one for 30 years. So I know I'm going to learn a lot from her, but my entire 12 hours will be dealing with what she deals with and what she does, so I can see what she does and, you know, the part that I play, and then when I need to call her in to do the part that she needs to do, and things like that. I've already had my training with physical therapy and OT, so occupational therapy. We spent like 4 hours with the two of them, and then I spent another 4 hours with the speech therapist, you know, because speech therapy is not only about teaching patients to talk again, but it's also about assessing the patient's gag reflex and, you know, their ability to swallow and things like that. So I've spent my time with them and gotten checked off. I've spent an entire 8-hour shift with wound therapy, the wound therapy nurse. So I got to see what she does, and I was able to, you know, assess people's wounds and pack them, and, you know, I was able to, you know, put them on a wound vac, and I was able to take pictures and things like that, you know, and dress the wounds and things like that. So that was a very, very insightful, and, you know, I felt like I learned a tremendous amount. So I do like the fact that we don't just jump straight on the floor. I don't like the modules, obviously, because who does? But I mean, hell, I get paid to do them. But I like the fact that this unit doesn't just throw you out there with a preceptor. Like, you have to deal with other people prior to even dealing with your preceptor. And I like that because it gives you a little bit of insight into who you'll be dealing with. So when you're with that patient and that patient is your patient, and you have these things going on, and you're the person that everybody's going to go to, you know and figure out what's going on with this patient, you have a team, you know what I'm saying, that you can collaborate with to make sure that this patient is getting the best care. And as you're developing your care plans, you can develop those relationships with those other team members so that you can provide the best patient care and, you know, make sure this patient is safe and things like that. So I'm actually very happy, you know, with what's going on with my training. Like I said, to those of you who don't know, which you probably do now if you're, you know, if you watch the beginning of the video, I am a brand new nurse, graduated December 11th. I took my boards February 2nd. I had my license February 2nd, and I've been operating as a nurse. My first day was February 8th. So it's only the 16th, I think. It's the 17th now. And so I've been a nurse for a few days. And I feel like I've learned a lot. Like, it is such a different feeling, you know, being a student and operating under your own license. It truly, truly is. And it's a blessing to be walking in my purpose and able to overcome so many battles. And in another video, I'll go into more details about, you know, the things that I had to overcome, just because a lot of people, they get discouraged. But if this is something you want to do, this is something you're going to do no matter what. You're going to overcome those obstacles. And so I'll go into details in another video. But right now, I just wanted to check in with you guys. Because it's been a few days, you know? It's been a few days, right? I miss you guys. Y'all miss me? Come on, huh? Yeah, so I just wanted to check in with you guys because it is the end of my shift. I am about to head home to my man and my kids. I'm about to go and relax because I have to wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. So with that being said, let's go walk.